On Sevens Big League, we welcome you to the Western Oval, where you'll see the start of the third term. Footscray 10-6, 66. Melbourne 5-4, 34. Melbourne did come back a bit in the second quarter after being down 42 points at the start of the second term. They are now trailing by 32 points, but Footscray about to change that. No one on the mark. Personally left the ball behind. The kick not a good one off the side of the boot. Could find a target though, to find someone, and it found Somerville. So Somerville 55 metres out from goal, looking for Beasley. The kick toward Beasley, but diving in front to take the mark is Wallace of Footscray, and he'll take this shot at goal from only 25 metres out and try for his third goal.
Yes, Steve Wallace has been covering a tremendous amount of territory. He's been down the forward line, up around the wing area, and, well, he's chipped in for two already. As Jack said, he should kick this one from there.
Oh,
He's hooked it. He's hooked it badly and through for 1 point. This quarter will tell the tale, Jack.
Well, that was the start that actually Melbourne needed to have the first shot at goal and get a goal to bring them back into contention, because they're still trailing by 33 points. So the kick in from full back from Richards out toward half-back flank. Who's going to pick it up? No one as yet. It's on the turf, a pack of players forming up. Johnson a chance to get it for Melbourne. His hand pass to no one in particular, picked up by McGuinness. He's going to bring Footscray back into attack from the half-forward line. Up towards Somerville. He's not tall enough to compete in the air. Petraglia got caught around the neck. The umpire caught that. Now he's paid advantage. McPherson has the shot at goal, and he's put it through for Footscray. So he kicks his second goal, Steve McPherson, after the umpire played the advantage rule, where Petraglia would have been paid the free kick, and Footscray increased their lead over Melbourne. The score showing Footscray 11-7, 73, Melbourne 5-4, 34 on Sevens Big League.
Well, that was very good play by Petraglia as he got that ball out of the pack. It was just sheer desperation that got that out. Steve McPherson, there he is on screen. He and Robin White are having a bit of a war today as he put it through for his second goal. But Petraglia in the first quarter had 11 kicks and only one in the second, but the Rovers generally, Tony McGuinness and Somerville, have been very good players, and their Rovers have done well, although Greg Healy played a good second quarter for Melbourne.
Gordy trying to barge through, it's taken out by Batterson. Healy's a chance to move it forward, but can't do so really. McGuinness doing well again with the left foot, hooks it back. Wilson a chance to take the mark, didn't actually go for it. Taken by Zantuck, a hand passes to Johnston. Johnson on the wing position out of side, coming up to the half-forward flank. Drives one in toward Ted Fidge, and he takes the mark 55 metres out from the goal. Well, the bruise will be nearly in his face from where he is. Going to hold up a bit. The kick is high, up toward Jarrett. Jarrett tries for a position, can't take the mark. Got the hands to it, rushed through for one behind. Jarrett all but had that mark, couldn't quite hold it.
All set to think he had that mark right in front, Jack, as he got strong hands on it, and he just had it thumped away at the last moment. But they need goals as it's brought towards the half-back line. Wilson couldn't take it. Purser doing the roving on that occasion, and a bit of a walk. Hand passes into his opponent. He goes in after it again, gets in the hand pass to Peter Baxter. Peter Baxter coming down centre wing. He's going for the long kick towards half-forward. Petraglia's got the one-handed mark has been taken by little Greg Somerville. I thought Petraglia was going to get to that one. Somerville. Beasley, great pass, and geez, fed Beasley today, young Greg Somerville.
That he has. I was watching Richards and Beasley before Beasley broke away from Richards, and Richards was standing facing Beasley. That is no way to play a full forward.
Well,
if you've got your back to the way he's going to lead, how are you going to catch him up? You can't run backwards as fast as he can run forward. Beasley going for his fourth goal. Should get it too. Footscray looking good. Oh, he's pushed it. Gee, he's off target today, isn't he?
It almost looked as though he slipped as he kicked it.
He's kicked 3 goals, 4 now. So that's not doing the total of Footscray any good, but they still have a good lead. 11-8, 74 to 5-5, 35. Now, Richards, I don't think, Pete, that he can play full-back. There's a nice torpedo punt.
No, he's an attacking player, Richards, and a brilliant player when he's firing. There's Angelo Petraglia, loses that one. Goes in again, though, little Angelo. Gets the kick, too. Taken by Gary Lyon. Across there to Gandini. He and Wilson look very alike. He crashing his way through was Tatsaris, and then he ended up with it, and he deserved to get it, too, Zeno Tatsaris. Michael Ford into the back of Batterston. The Footscray supporters in front of us don't think so, but Batterston's got the kick nevertheless. He kicks it towards half-forward, setting himself for the mark. He couldn't take it. There was the Melbourne player in Wilson. Tatsaris, a hand pass. Flower is there. He receives the hand pass, gives it across to Conley. Connolly goes in, he's bundled out of the way. Greg Healy was the player who gave it to Flower originally. There's Flower, gets in the kick, but the umpire has paid a free kick, and it will go to Brad Hardy in the back pocket for a push in the back.
Hardy, you see on screen with the ball in the back pocket position. A kick down toward Big Ronnewegan. Up high was Cordner, got the fist to it. The ball's going to beat everyone over the boundary line. We'll see a throw-in taking place as Batterson gives someone the victory sign. It won't be victory for Melbourne the way they're going. It'll be victory for Footscray. 11-8-74, Melbourne 5-5-35. Unless Melbourne can do something very quickly, they're staring defeat in the face. McGuinness about to pick up the hand pass after Malin shot it out. And
Turner's got to watch himself.
That's still irreportable, Turner, what he did there. What's the umpire talking to Malin about? Is he... I'm wondering just what he has done there. He's talking to Malin, but it's Malin's free kick. Coming down the flank position, Big Ronnewegan sets himself, and the mark taken by Robert Ronnewegan. They love him out here. McGuinness takes the hand pass, gets the left foot working. McPherson's a chance, and he takes it 55 metres out from goal. Beasley leads. The kick is fairly high. Beasley underneath it, had the hands to it. Somerville can't get a shot. It comes back out now, taken by the Melbourne player in Lovett. He got a hand pass out to Johnston. Johnston's kick toward the wing. Underneath it, Neil Cordy, and he'll take the mark and bring the ball back in the centre. Could even go for Purser if he can see him, but he's gone short down the flank.
He finds the little rover, Angelo Petraglia. As I said, those rovers doing well. He finds Somerville, but that's a poor kick. He's put it out on the full. Somerville took the mark, but over the line. Shane Zantuck, the evergreen Shane Zantuck. I think this is going to be his last year in league football. Up towards centre wing. Batterston's taken the mark. Adrian Batterston has been in good form in recent weeks. He's got his hands full today, though. Healy's playing well. Adrian's had a fairly quiet day. Gives it to Gary Lyon, who's now playing in the centre of the ground. He hand passed to Turner. Turner, a long kick towards half-forward David Williams, well out in front of Hardy. Williams, a hand pass over the top. He finds Len Gandini. Gandini on the left foot. Jarrett went for the fly. Now, was that touched? It was, said the goal umpire. So that's 1 point to Melbourne.
Good try, but not quite getting there. 11-8-74 is the Footscray total. Melbourne 5-6-36. You're on Sevens Big League, and we're in the third term by 8.5 minutes. Footscray just about took a grip on this game before quarter time. They led by 42 points at the first change, and they've had it whittled back to 32, but now you see the scoreboard showing they still have a nice lead of 38 points, I think it is. Now from the back pocket position, Rance got it down toward Purser, but the fellow that Melbourne put in the centre here, Gary Lyon, they put him there in the second term. He certainly they brought him into the game. He certainly helped Melbourne.
Bad kick by Lyon. That's in the back to Hardy. Oh!
Free kick, Footscray's way.
I'm amazed he didn't get a free kick there. He's pushed right in the middle of the back, but still, the umpire missed it, and he eventually put it out of bounds on the full.
I think sometimes, Pete, what we see is the obvious free kick.
Exactly.
They take a dive, and the umpires are there, and they realise that they haven't been pushed at all. They're just a little bit of acting, but you seem to think that was a definite push, for the umpire hasn't played it. Wilson with the ball for Melbourne. Gets around his opponent. Puts himself under pressure, and a 15-metre pass finds Connolly.
How far was that?
15. Lucky to make it, wasn't it? He's 50 metres out from goal.
This is where they've been falling down. They haven't really got a good key forward. They've got Alan Jarrett up there.
Connolly's kick, not a bad-looking kick. It's on line. It's a goal. That's a good goal. Kicked by Connolly right off the 50-metre mark. A very good goal indeed. And Melbourne can do with some more of those goals by Connolly and others. Footscray 11-8-74 and Melbourne 6-6-42 on Sevens Big League.
Well, that was a top goal because the way the westerly breeze is blowing, that was into the face of the breeze. And, well, it helped that he was a left footer, of course, but that's a great kick by Chris Connolly, and that's the one they needed because, well, they're only, 5 goals, 2 behind. 32 couple of quick goals, and it's a different ball game. Yes, but they need those couple of quick goals without Footscray scoring. Lyon trying to get the ball out of the centre, can't do so. And we'll see a ball bounced again, still in the centre of the Footscray Oval. That's the Western Oval out here. It's the kennel of the Bulldog. We're nearly 10 minutes into the third term. Sevens Big League, the action. Purser taps it down. Lyon up to Williams, out in front of Hardy. Williams looking for somewhere to go. Oh, he waited too long to get the hand pass to Stretch. Stretch caught.
Got a hand pass straight to the opposition. Taken by Tatsaris, who moves the ball down toward the centre of the ground. Turner's mark has been paid.
A good mark it was. Oh, gee, Turner's got to watch himself. He's done that all day, and the umpire had to eventually take one off him. Or is he giving it to Turner? Well, I would have taken it off him.
Well, the fans agree with you by the sound of it, Peter. Turner's kicked high. No one home for Melbourne. And the mark's been taken by Rance.
Well, he's done it all day, Jack.
Yes, that he has. I don't argue with you on that score. In fact, I thought he was going to reverse the decision.
And I think you'll have to watch just before he was on the look at that guy's not too happy. The bloke holding his arms as we see Purser. I know he's trying hard, Steve Turner, but he'll have to just watch that. There's Batterston getting it across there to Wilson. Wilson a high ball. Rance and Jarrett. And the flyer was Williams. Hardy waited at the base of the pack. Brings it towards Michael Ford against Flower. Now, this will be a good contest. Ford, good football. Beautiful football, but Robbie Flower in there, soccers it away. Back to Callett.
He didn't get much back.
Callett off the ground to Gronawegan. Gronawegan, this is better football. As we see Callett with the long kick towards half forward. Somerville up in front. Steve McPherson and Robin White. McPherson cleverly used the body. That was great play, Steve McPherson to Somerville. In goes the little fella. He's got it. Ducks around. Don't tell me he's going to kick this. He hooks it back. I think he's missed. But a great attempt by little Greg Somerville as he puts it through for a point.
What a great try that was. That was great stuff, and the fans loved it, but he didn't quite get the prize he deserved. Footscray 11.975, Melbourne 6.642. We're on the big league. Richards playing at full back today on Beasley. Getting out point. That was a good kick to Wilson, wasn't it? The mark has been paid, and rightfully so.
15.
So that brings him right out to 70 metres from goal, which brings him up nearly to the wing position. He's on the actual half-back flank. Looking up the wing, looking for Connolly, who's moving back. Stretches there for Melbourne, so is Cordy. Oh, that was well roved here. With Connolly picking up the crumb. Hand pass in. Batterston in trouble. Hand passes to Williams was too long. Williams should get it back. He tried to get... Oh, Rance chipped in. Tatsaris well tackled. Got the kick. Flower can't take the mark. Batterston a chance. He goes short, straight to the opposition. What a shocking pass. The ball chapped away. Batterston again. Did the heavy work. Can't gain possession. And we'll see about a golden opportunity lost by Melbourne there.
A lot of mucking around, wasn't there, Jack?
Yeah, it was.
On both sides. As the umbrellas come up again, light rain falling again at the Western Oval as Peter Cameron will bounce it at half forward. Melbourne playing much better football now. Just can't score enough goals to get up there. If they can get close, they'll be very, very hard to beat because they get a sniff of victory. There's Rance going to the boundary line.
Well played by Jarrett. He worried him out of that too. He forced the ball over the boundary line. So from this position, as Rance tries to hide from the rain, it's going to be hard out there, but the rain tumbling down now. Purser got a tap down, taken by Callett. This kick from Callett down the flank on the outer side of the ground, a mark by Gronawegan. Hand pass is a good one too. McGuinness still in trouble. Back to Gronawegan, the left foot kick from Gronawegan down to the wing toward the half forward zone. Somerville can't gain possession. Tapped away from him. Now a chance for Melbourne to go forward.
Stephen Stretch with a short kick. He finds Greg Healy. Healy to Connolly. Connolly onto the left foot. It's a high floater up towards Williams, and a good mark over the top of Hardy. He's worried, Hardy, today with his pace. On that occasion, he took a lovely mark over the top of the Brownlow medalist. He is only 40 metres out from goal, and he should be able to certainly make the distance. He missed two sitters early in the game.
It'll bring Melbourne back if he can kick it. He's had a couple of easy shots which didn't get there, and he got that one. So Williams kicks that goal to bring Melbourne up to 7-6. And Footscray 11.975, so the difference now closing. It's a little bit, the gap is being changed out to 27 points. Not forgetting Footscray led by 42 points at quarter time. Well played by Williams. We did see him against Collingwood a few weeks ago and he played well. Today he's playing quite well, but he hasn't been kicking goals.
Well, they're not out of this, Melbourne. Footscray, since halfway through the second quarter, really haven't been all that impressive, whereas Melbourne have picked up their game. Now here's a free kick. That's bad play by Melbourne to encroach in that centre square area. Now over the back.
Oh, free kick.
There's a chance for Gronawegan. Oh, smothered off the boot. Turner, Stephen Turner, hand passes it away looking for Batterston. He's got it, the little fella on half-back flank. hooks it back. He should find Cordner here, and he does, and David Cordner marks on half-back flank.
Cordner in that position, looking up the flank. Oh, the high flyer was Gandini. Flower took the crumb, finds the player in his teammate. A good pass to Healy. Healy should move it quickly. Jarrett calling for the ball to be kicked up high. Oh, the kick not a good one. Jarrett a chance to take the mark. He got the hands to it, couldn't hold it. Another chance for Fidge was being held. Fidge now dispossessed. The umpire said holding the man. It should have been Fidge's free kick prior to that, earlier.
He was grabbed by the jumper just prior, and the umpire missed it.
Well, I don't know that this was the actual free kick I'd have paid, but the umpire has played it, so Fidge will take this shot at goal, and oh, gee, this will tighten things up a bit, Peter.
They'll come home to the scoring end in the last quarter, Melbourne. They're looking dangerous at the moment. They've really picked up their game. Teddy Fidge, 15 metres out, stabs, and the goal umpire says it's a goal, and the Demons are coming home. 8 goals, 6. A total of 54 to Footscray, 11-9-75.
Well, on Seven's big league, as Fidge takes a little drink, you see on the screen Mick Malthouse over there with his coaching panel. There's Walsh, Austin, Whitten, all over there, and he's getting a bit worried now, Mickey Malthouse. He still has a fair lead. I think the scoreboard doesn't read right, Peter. 8-6-56 they have. I know that does 6-8-54. 54 it should be. The scoreboard is incorrect. What you see on screen is right. So that's the main thing. I'll try and disregard the other one. Centre bounce. Purser up high, didn't get that tap though. The chance now as Lyon got Melbourne out of the centre again. Melbourne have looked a better side since he's been put there. Cordy can't take it. Hardy does. Caught. No, he got out of trouble. A blind kick, not a good kick. Down toward the centre of the ground. Petraglia can't get it out. Who's going to? There's a free kick. Melbourne's way there. It will be paid too, and the man who will take it is Lovett. Scoreboard's still incorrect, but we'll worry about the scores on screen. Lovett's free kick. Short passes to Healy. Not a good kick, but it's found its target. Healy in trouble. Got a heavy knock there, but gets out of it. Lyons kick in toward the half-forward zone. Williams a chance. Can't get the crumb. Yes, he can. He's in there now, doing the shepherding for Fidge. Fidge looking for a teammate. He hooks it around. Here's a chance for Melbourne. Connolly dead in front of goal from only 20 metres. So Melbourne. Jarrett dropped back looking for the short pass, but I think a brave man to try that. I don't think Connolly's got to try and risk a shot at goal from there, Pete.
Jack, I think at the moment Footscray looked terribly slow. Melbourne, their pace is really worrying them, and a great move putting Lyon in the middle. That's made an enormous difference to the game. Connolly's already kicked one. Now he's right in front, 15 metres out, and boy, will this make a difference. He kicks on. Don't tell me.
Did he?
Has he? Oh, that is the let-off of the century for Footscray, I reckon.
Well, he's been playing so well, Chris Connolly. Then to miss that, you can see how wild he is with himself. I was just about to mark it down for a goal. Well, he shouldn't do those things, and he should have kicked that goal. 20 metres out, dead in front of goal. So, from the full-back position now. Oh, Tatzaris lost his footing as he kicked, but he found his teammate in Neil Cordy. Cordy out on the, or still in the back pocket position, out toward the flank. Going down towards centre wing. Footscray will let off there. That shot by Connolly. Cordner up high and takes the mark. So Cordner should move it quickly. As Peter McKenna said, Melbourne's pace is starting to worry Footscray. If you don't move the ball quickly, you can't worry them. Ball up high in the pack. Who's got that one? It's Stretch. He hand passes in straight away to Johnson. Johnson goes goalward. Williams stands his ground. Won't take the mark. Hardy got him off balance and is through for one behind. So Melbourne doing the attacking in this, the third term. At half-time, Melbourne were 5-4. They are now 8 goals, 8. They've kicked 3 goals, 4. Footscray have kicked 1 goal, 3 in this third term.
Brad Hardy having his work cut out with Williams up there. The big hook away. Now that looks like Baxter. Peter Baxter bringing it towards the half-forward line. Cordner did the right thing playing in front. Now Steve McPherson caught. And that's holding the ball.
Good tackle there.
And Robin White goes in very, very hard. He won't shirk any issue. Those two real goers, McPherson and Robin White. And that'll be 15 metres. Gee, Melbourne looked a different side. They were humiliated in the early part of this game. And I'm sure that John Northey had some harsh words for them. There's Purser going for the mark. Now the umpire won't pay that. He'll say it came off his opponent. There's Michael Egan. They need a steadier. There's Cordner punching the ball away. Petraglia caught. Robin White is a terrific tackler. Now McGuinness. He's been a good player, but he's caught. Look at the tackling of Melbourne.
That was White again.
Oh, gee, was that Robin White?
Yes.
It was too, Jack, and full marks to Robin White. What an example he's setting to that Melbourne side, because he is a ferocious tackler. We saw him put Dacos out of business against Collingwood.
Yes, he's gone wide on this occasion for reasons unknown to me. Why he went right out there, I don't know. I thought he would have gone more direct toward goal. But now Footscray will take this kick. It's Malin with the ball. We've been playing 20.5 minutes of the third term. The scores have tightened up. 75 playing 56. So Footscray still lead. McPherson, oh, he missed the easy mark there. He must have taken his eye off that, wide into the back of the opposition. Gave away a free kick on that occasion, and the umpire's paying accordingly. So Peter Carey giving this free kick. Looks like big Robert Groenewegen out there in the wing position, bringing the ball into the half-forward zone. Players up high. Turner awaits the crumb at the back. Wilson did the flying. Tapped out by Zantuck toward the boundary line, and that's where it will finish. We'll see a boundary throw-in taking place on Footscray's half-forward flank. Well, the Bulldog fans out there are still happy. They're still giving their players some directions as to what they should do, and the Melbourne fans, I think, would have taken a bit of heart. Malin's hand pass, very slick, came down the flank. Neil Cordy again got the ball up high into the half-forward zone. Wallace could have run on. He does so now. He goes short. Beasley can't take the mark.
Free kick.
He's got a free kick, though. The umpire won't pay the advantage here. Will not pay it. So the ball will go back to Simon Beasley, who was pushed in the back by Russell Richards. Melbourne were just about getting to Footscray there, and now this free kick can turn them back again.
Well, I think the big thing was that miss by Connolly. Gee, that could have put Footscray under an enormous pressure. But Beasley, well, he's kicked poorly today. He kicked a miraculous one from the boundary line, but he's missed a few sitters. He's
3-4.
4 behinds, in fact, and 3 goals, as Jack just said. This is a vital kick, this one.
It's gone back a long way, Peter, to give himself an uninterrupted run in.
That's good thinking by Beasley as he comes in to stab at this ball. Goal umpire doesn't move. 4 goals for the day for Simon Beasley, and a steadier by the Bulldogs. They move on to 12 goals, 9, a total of 81, leading Melbourne 88-56.
Yes, well, a shame from the Melbourne viewpoint. Had Connolly kicked that goal, the scores would have tightened up appreciably, but now we see through Beasley, Footscray getting that goal. Richards on Beasley, you see on screen there, has had his work cut out today. There's a shot there. You see back in the city. That's the new building in town on the Menzies site. What is it? The big Rialto building, the tallest building in Melbourne, where the parachuters often get up there and jump off. Good luck to him. Malin gets the ball moving forward, and that mark has been taken in defence by Gandini. Gandini on the half-back line, looking in toward the members' flank. Not a long pass, taken by Connolly. Connolly gets a hand pass working now. Lovett goes into the half-forward zone. Not a good kick toward Batterson. Oh, leave it was the call. And Batterson didn't even compete. Taken by Hardy. Hardy drives down toward the half-forward zone. Chance for Somerville. Petraglia. Neither get it out. Taken out by Somerville. White came barging through the pack. Nearly got it out. The umpire said it bounce.
I think he's a little bit frightened, Robin White.
I don't think I'd say that about him.
Oh,
No.
boy, is he tough. There's Petraglia. Couldn't get the kick. Off the ground was by Healy. Wallace. Steve Wallace looking for little Somerville. Greg Somerville kicks it to the line. It wasn't out in the full, said the boundary umpire. Now, Steve McPherson is hobbling off the ground. I wonder if that's a groin injury.
Yeah, he has got a groin
some
injury,
sort
Peter.
of support under his football shorts. But
Well,
he
he's not
doesn't
quite
look
coming.
too good.
He hasn't decided. Yes, he is coming off the ground now. McPherson coming off the ground.
Brian Cordy
And
on.
Brian Cordy coming on. So the play is about 55 metres out from Footscray's goal. So Melbourne defending desperately here. They can't afford to have Footscray kick another goal prior to three-quarter time. Lyon took the hand pass from Healy. Tried to get a overhead hand pass, I think was his intention, but that didn't work. And we'll see a bounce taking place 60 metres out from Footscray's goal. On Sevens Big League, Footscray 12.981, Melbourne 8.856, and the time clock approaching now just over 24.5 minutes, so the 25-minute mark will be with us very short.
It's on the half-back line for Melbourne. Malin scouting the packs well. Has been a good player today. Cordner couldn't take the mark. Oh, it's grabbed by Liberatore. Good effort by Cordner to recover then. Grabbed by Simon Beasley, and Simon's got it. He straightens up. Oh, good play by the big full forward, and he's put it through for his 5th goal, and what a handy one. Brilliant play by Simon Beasley.
Yes, a good goal by Beasley. Footscray 13.987, Melbourne 8.856, but I often wonder, Peter, how a league player can rise to take a chest mark and not hold it. That is beyond me. Cordner did just that. He had no one in his way. He went to take a chest mark and couldn't hold it. And Beasley kicks a goal. So, fine bit of work by Beasley. Not good football from Cordner. Centre bounce. Footscray taking a grip again on this game. Stretch. Gets the ball moving out towards Fidge. He'll have a lot of work to do before he gets it, though. The ball's running away from him toward the boundary. And that's where it will finish. Just over the 50-metre mark out from goal. The ball thrown on Melbourne's, or will be thrown in on Melbourne's forward line, about 55 metres out. 56. Now that's still 54. That board's right now, is it? Yes, 56 playing 87. 31 points between the teams.
Footscray, Baxter, left foot. There he is, the idol of the Footscray fans. Groenewegen gives it to Petraglia with a hand pass. Back it comes towards McGuinness. A hand pass from him, back to Petraglia. Over to McGuinness again. Gee, they've been good players today. McGuinness looks for Beasley. In the back it could have been, or would quite easily have been. And that is in the back, said the umpire. To go to Len Gandini in the back pocket for Melbourne. He hand passes it to Zantuck. Zantuck to Robbie Flower. And Flower in the opposite back pocket.
They've had 3 possessions and haven't improved 1 metre.
Well, they haven't really, no, I agree.
Haven't improved 1 metre.
15-metre penalty as we see. Flower towards centre wing. Cordy drops the mark. Stephen Stretch has been a quiet player today, Stephen Stretch. And eventually the ball goes over the line. But Stretch, for the game, has had 7 kicks. So that's not a great day because he has got a lot of ability.
27 minutes into the 3rd term. Wallace kicks off the ground down towards Little Somerville. Can't gain possession cleanly. Still trying, though. He's trying to get a hand pass back out to McGuinness. Hooked the ball out of the, or off the ground toward McGuinness, but he couldn't do a great deal with it. And Zantuck getting up off the ball now, and it will be bounced 50 metres out from the Footscray goal. Umpire about to put it down. A big pack around the ball. Groenewegen does the ruck work, got it down, kicked away by Connolly up toward the centre of the ground. Tapped out by Kellett for Neil Cordy. He put the ball forward before being tackled, and the umpire said a free kick to Cordy.
A clever play by Neil Cordy,
yes,
wasn't it? Very, very intelligent play. He knew he was about to be grabbed, so he just knocked it on and was grabbed. There's Purser receiving that pass, running down the ground. He brings it to Somerville. Gee. This little fella's going to be a very good footballer, a cheeky little rover. He nips around the packs down there. Beasley led too early.
Not much of him, is there?
No, there's nothing of him.
Very tiny player. He might back himself here. I'll wait for another Beasley lead. He's going to kick from 50 metres out. I'll take a good kick. Not quite making the distance. Beasley back in the goal square. Can't take the mark. Liberatore couldn't do it. McGuinness a shot at goal. No! Taken away right on the goal line by Johnson. Taken out to Batterston. Batterston waiting for a lead. There's no one home yet. He goes right out wide toward Wilson. He can't get it. And we'll see a boundary throw in taking place on the half-back flank, 4 foot for Melbourne on the outer side of the ground. Scoreboard showing 87, playing 56. Footscray leading by 31 points over Melbourne.
And Melbourne certainly were getting right back into this game till Connolly missed that sitter. Then a free kick went to Beasley down the other end, and that gave a bit of breathing space for the Footscray side. And I'm sure that Mickey Malthouse up in that little box in the outer there would have breathed a sigh of relief as we see Purser, who battles manfully every week. There's Connolly. Hand pass. Malin caught. That could be holding the ball, I think. Yes. Good tackle. Technically, yes, and the umpire was right. He was grabbed by the shorts and he held it too long. Well played, Batterston.
Batterston going out wide again. Who's the target? Stretches, but the Kellett had the hands up first. The boundary umpire could win out here. It's right on the boundary line, as you see. Johnson might have got a free kick there for being pushed in the back, and the umpire will pay that way. So Alan Johnson on the wing position, outer side. Melbourne have fallen down in attack today.
Gee, Johnson's been quiet.
He has been quiet. Flowers a chance here. No, can't gain possession as yet. Tapped out toward Jarrett. Picked up by Stretch. He balks around. He's a good kick, this fellow. If he gets onto one, goes toward goal. Yeah. Out of bounds on the full.
I learnt my lesson last week. I said Kernahan marked last week 40 metres out. I said very rarely misses. Of course, it went out in the full. But there's the siren to end the third quarter here at the Western Oval. Footscray with a comfortable lead, 13-9, 87 to Melbourne 8-8, 56.